Hello, Jesse, your works back with a review, and it has been a while since I last reviewed a set, but today we're reviewing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Polybag review. It is set number 30270. It doesn't really have an official name, but it does include one minifigure, 36 pieces, and it's recommended for ages 6 to 12, and you could get it in the US for $4, which is really cool for a polybag price. And so now let's just take a look at the packaging. Okay, so here's a polybag, and I love the design on this polybag because I think the purple border and stuff, which is found on the sets, translates really well onto a polybag. The background is kind of the same background print as the Krang Lab Escape set, and you can see the purple on there looks really nice on the polybag. So that's cool, and you do get this little instruction leaflet of paper, which has a nice lime green outlook, just like the instruction books on the other sets. And it shows an advertisement for all 6 of the sets, which is pretty cool because you do see an advertisement for the Baxter's Robot Rampage set, which is a special retail edition set. So that's cool. Now let's just take a look at the figure. So here is the minifigure of the set, and it is a Krang droid, I guess you could call it, or the Krang android. And there's like a whole bunch of different Krang androids in the set, in the show itself. So there's like different ones and stuff like that. So I guess it's like an army of Krang androids. And the Krang controls them in there, and there's like a bunch of different Krangs too. So that's pretty cool. I love the printing on here. Only other way you could get it is in the Shell Razor set, which is $60. And of course, this is only $4 in the US, so that's obviously an excellent deal. And you can see the back printing right there. It's a fantastic figure. And the cool thing is that his head itself, you can use on different robots. It's not like specific to the Krang. And it does have that pink piece pink printing right there, but still, that's like, it's not like specific to this one right here. And I love that blue color right there. I think that's fantastic. And yeah, just an overall fantastic figure. Love the printing, love the colors. And now on to the set itself. So here's the set itself. You get this display of miniatures of the turtles, and you get this, I guess, shooter, which shoots a little flick and fire missile. And so first we'll take a look at this display, and you can see it's pretty cute how they did this, but they had little miniatures of each of the turtles. And the play feature with this is that you're supposed to flick the flick and fire missile, I guess, see how many you can knock over. So that's pretty cool. And they're on a table, which you can see right there, which is made out of 2 tile pieces and then 2 of these little column pieces. I guess, well, they're not really column pieces. I forget what they're called, but they're 1x2 bricks, and they have the little groove in the middle. So I guess you could say it's groove bricks. You get it, because that's a sight. So here is the main part of the set, and it's basically the shooter part, and it has a flick and fire missile right there, which I'll demonstrate later. But it does stand on these little arm pieces, I guess you could say, which you can see right there. And those are connected on the little hinge part right here, all around. And there is a column piece on the bottom right there. And that piece is pretty cool because it was introduced in 2011, and it does come in a lot of bigger sets, but it also comes in some smaller sets. Like I believe it came in the Swamp Creature set for Monster Fighters and stuff like that. So it is quite common nowadays, but it's still nice to get in a cheap set, even though it does come in a lot of other cheap sets. And you can see that it does also come with one of these nice tile, I call them like tile studs, because that's basically what they are. And this piece was introduced in 2011, and it came in one set in 2011, which was a holiday set, and it was mostly used in 2012. But still, that's a little interesting piece of knowledge right there. And the flick and fire missile, which you could use to flick all the turtles, little statues, I guess you could say, or miniatures, right off the table or whatever they're holding on to, and I'll demonstrate that right there. And keep in mind, I am not really good at flick and fire missiles because I suck at flicking missiles. So let's see if I can knock them down. Okay. And you see, like I said, I'm really bad at flicking flick and fire missiles, so I completely missed. And maybe because I positioned this little part which holds the missile, I positioned it a little up like that. And so I guess you don't want to position it up because you could move it just a little bit to position it in which angle you want, but it is still a little bit limited on how you can position it. So that is what I would recommend, just straight like that. And you can see the back part right here. And yeah, that's really it for the set. Complete 360 on that part right there. And the bottom, they could put a little piece right there. It would have probably standed well, but I'm fine with that. I don't really mind. And yeah, that's really it for the set. And now let's take a look at the final verdict. Overall, I think this is just a fantastic polybag set. probably one of the best this year, if not the best. And I would say the mini mech was probably the best at first, but now since that figure comes in like 2 other sets, and I still like how that one has an inverted piece. This set, you can only get the figure in 1 other set, which is a $60 set, and the pieces in here are pretty cool, and I love the play feature itself, which is a little, I guess you could say, it's like you could make a game out of it where you have to shoot as much turtles off there, I guess, in 1 try or whatever you want to try. So yeah, I think that's really cool that you get some playability features, and there's really nothing wrong with this Polybag. The price per piece ratio is good. It's not perfect, but like the price per piece ratio itself, it kind of weighs out because there's some nice pieces like that column piece, the round tile piece, which aren't really rare nowadays, and the nice pink pieces. But it's still pretty cool to have that, and then of course the Krang minifigure himself, the Krang android. So this is just an A+. I think it's probably the best Polybag this year. Great price in the US, and you can find it basically at any Toys R Us you want to go to and stuff like that. So yeah, that's really it. Fantastic set. And I definitely recommend it, even if you don't like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because there's some nice pieces there, and the minifigure himself could be used for other stuff, especially the face, because it could be used for like robots and stuff like that. So that's really cool. I'm hoping that I'll recover from the sickness so I could talk more, maybe do some more thoughts videos or something like that. We got that. I'm a little bit behind on the Chiba episode review, and I'm behind on just a lot of things in general. Like, I gotta catch up on Legend of Korra. I gotta catch up on the Chiba episode, of course. And episode 13 is already online, and so I can probably watch that, knock that one out. I definitely want to actually check out the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle show on Nickelodeon. It looks pretty interesting, and yeah, I think this is just such a fun theme. If it wasn't for Lone Ranger, this would probably be my favorite this year. Even against Galaxy Squad, I think I like this just a little bit better, because Galaxy Squad, I don't know, I love Galaxy Squad, don't get me wrong, but some of the sets are like really repetitive compared to the other sets, and the minifigures themselves, you know, you keep on getting the same aliens and stuff like that, even though I do love the Mosquitoid because it's kind of like a tribute to Twitch. So yeah, I think the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, I'm hoping the sets in 2014 that we got rumors of, which is 7 sets, I believe, because there's 3 based on the movie and 4 based on the TV show, supposedly, which is probably not exactly like going to be true. But I'm not saying like they're lying, but I think they maybe mixed it up or something like that, because that doesn't sound likely that we're only getting 3 on the movie. So I'm definitely going to be picking those up, even though it is a Michael Bay produced movie. He's not directing it. Because I think those will be, there'll be lots of like alternative printings to the Turtles, and I definitely want to see more from the TV show itself, because I love the sets this year. So yeah, that's it for this review, and I know I've been rambling on, but I'll see you guys later.